What's up, guys? It's Dan here. I'm the programmer developer behind ARMOBA, which is the new mod that I'm working on. And in this quick video, I'm just going to go through what the objectives are and basically how the game mode works. So just to start off, this is Blue 4 spawn, and this is the map for now. So you're going to see one row, which is basically like the mid lane if you've ever played League of Legends or Dota. That runs directly down the center, and each side has a comms tower. So we're just gonna shift on over here. Comms tower here on each side. And now if you ever played those games, this is basically the Nexus, the core, whatever the name of it is. This, once destroyed, is the end of the game. Also, if you've ever played those games, there's inhibitors and things like that that require you to be destroyed before you can destroy the final towers. These would be the inhibitors, these small radars here. But each of the sectors is basically a square, or a rectangle, sorry. And each one has walls on either side, just down the center. That these are destroyable walls through a programmed concept. So if I'm gonna quickly just move the blue 4 units. Now you're probably wondering, how do you get through? And that's a valid question, but I'll show you. So the way these walls are structured is that every unit on the team's side that they're coming from can actually pass through these walls without issue. Now the reason there's sandbags there is so that somebody can't camp inside the wall. So if they're here, this looks like I'm halfway in kind of for me, but for other people I'm standing fully out of it. And these sandbags prevent them from being like inside the wall. Anyway, like I said, very early design. If I find a better way to do it, I'll do it, but for now this is how we're going to be doing it. However, the goal of the game is basically to destroy the enemy's comm tower, and in order to do that you need to destroy these walls leading up to it. So the way you do that is you actually approach the wall, and then you'll see a place charge option. You hold that down, the animation will play, and once this happens it'll actually place down the charge. And now I'm also going to explain what that extract is in the top left as well. So the charge is planted, 10 seconds later it's going to blow up. I'm going to back up a little bit more. That's one of 5. It takes 5 of them to bring down the wall, and then all of the walls will be destroyed at the same time, and then they can advance into the next sector, which will spawn some fun defensive things for the enemy team. I'm not going to go too into it because I don't want everybody knowing what it is prior to actually getting into their first game. However, I will show you the extraction thing now. So if you've ever played Dota or League of Legends, you'll know that there is an extract option, or it's called backing in those games. This is a similar thing, and it's hard to kind of balance realism and stuff because the constant run back to the base to buy gear and then to come back out on the field. This is a kilometer-long map. It would be a pain in the ass. So I do this extraction, which is a clear animation. If you see another player doing it, you know they're going to be, you know they're backing or extracting. So then once this happens, they'll be back at base. You'll hear that flare noise. That's just to symbolize that they're back. And this is back to Blue 4 base. And there's the blue flags. But anyway, we'll get up here. Now this comes equipped with a few things. So there's kill zones for out of bounds. So if I go out there, I'll die. If I go to a sector that's not active, so if I get behind an enemy wall somehow, I'll be killed immediately. This prevents people from cheesing or griefing. It forces them to fight over the active sector. So you'll notice that if you look carefully, there's a factory building there and a factory building right there. It's actually because the map is perfectly symmetrical. That's why I built it in the VR map and not on like Altis, Stratus, or Tanoa, because I wanted it to be like a MOBA where it's perfectly symmetrical. So it gets rid of the unfair map advantages for certain teams. So if you've ever played like King of the Hill, you know that it's
What's your position?
not exactly balanced. So In any case, yeah, this is ARMOBA, and this is the first iteration that's actually playable. This is 0.6. I have to turn off those AI talking, but in the final build, I'm hoping to do a few things. So for one, there's going to be other lanes, so there will be like side lanes, basically like League or like Dota, which will have different themes, and then in the center area there will be mini objectives like a helicopter landing pad, which will help you get back out to the fight quicker, will help you reinforce. The other side might spawn like a weapons crate or something along those lines. It's really useful. We're still toying with the ideas, but since I'm kind of working on this solo and programming everything by myself, it's just going to take a little bit of time to get it all implemented. But we're going to be doing some tests just on my own PC hosting the server coming up, and then if I can find a way to basically make $100, whether it's through donations or something like that, we can get a server started if there's enough interest. So the final goal for the game is to have basically a 30 on 30 game mode, or I'm sorry, it could be even more than that technically. It could be 60 on 60. It could be whatever whoever wants to play the thing wants to do it. But the map will be large enough to accommodate a massive fight with no lag. So you'll notice in the bottom right I'm actually displaying FPS. The VR map, part of the beauty of it is even though we're rendering all these objects, our FPS doesn't take a dive. We're still above 120, even looking at everything in the map right now. So very convenient, very nice, very smooth and balanced, and just focused around combat, not having to worry about the laggy and repetitive King of the Hill. This will eventually implement a shop. If I can learn how to do the GUI implementation, this will have a shop to basically buy weapons with the money you get when you kill enemies. If it's basically like a MOBA. So there's a lot of room for expansion here, and it's just going to take some time. But if you guys want to jump in and help me test it, just let me know. Add me on Steam, and make sure you join our unit Blitzkrieg, and that way I know who's who and who wants to come and help us test it. So I hope this is informative enough. If you guys want a better idea, I probably will stream the first live test if my computer doesn't blow up from streaming and hosting the server. So yeah, I hope to catch you guys then. Thanks for checking it out. Peace.